Welcome to this episode where we will go into three of the most iconic sounds from the CS80 used by Vangelis that we all know. What I will do is I will play a little part of the song, but what I also will do is explain how the sound was made. And interestingly enough, you will find out that 2 out of 3 of the songs are actually presets. So Vangelis was a famous preset user, which is sort of comforting to all of us, since we know how that works. Again, the first song I heard back in 1980. I was 16 back then, and Vangelis released an album together with John Anderson, the singer of Yes. It's an album called Short Stories. And there was a big radio hit here in the Netherlands called I Hear You Now. And this is number 3 in my top 3. Here is the presets he was using for I Hear You Now. It's a combination of electric piano and bass. Now what is interesting is the CS80 allows you to not only have that preset, you have all these possibilities to change the sound. For instance, you have to look at the mix. This is the piano. This is the bass, and the sound has a mix of these two. Then you have the additional filter. You can play around with resonance to give it that little twang, and if you listen to it very carefully, actually when he plays it, there's a little bit of aftertouch in the song that I've never heard before. Now I think I've been, playing around with it. It is somewhere here. Remember this intro. Beautiful. I've prepared the song with just that beautiful arpeggio that is in there. Let's have a listen to it. On number 2, To the Unknown Man from the album Spiral from 1977, which by the way was also the same year that the CS80 was introduced, i.e. It was the first time that Vangelis used the instrument on an album. Now, back in those days, manufacturers made presets that had names of real instruments like flute and brass, organ, and guitar. And for this song, Vangelis used the guitar preset that resembles a guitar if you want to. And actually with all of the 3 songs you will find out that I was trying to find how exactly he did it. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to Guitar 1. But you see the effect of playing with what is called brilliance, which in fact is the filter. And then we have guitar number 2, which is pretty different. What I came up with is that it's somewhere in the direction of guitar 1, with a little bit of resonance to make it a little bit sharper, and have that beautiful twang that is in the song. And also what you will hear in my recording, and also obviously in his recording, is the use of a little bit of a slap back echo, sort of doubling effect on the guitar. On number 2, To the Unknown Man, played with the guitar presets. It will not come as a big surprise that I chose the Blade Runner theme as the number 1 when it comes to iconic Vangelis sounds on the CS80. Because it introduces this famous brass sound. A sound that has been used later on Chariots of Fire and the Bounty theme, which I covered as well. But since I have the instrument now for a couple of years, there's still a big question in my mind, and I haven't solved it, to be honest, maybe you can help. Whether he used for the brass sound one of the 3 presets that are on the instrument, or whether he programmed it himself. Let's listen to this. Brass number 1. Pretty much Vangelis. Brass 2. Put them together, it's very much Vangelis. But still, what I did, and I don't know whether he did this, I added this brass sound. It's a little sharper, it's a little fatter, and if you put these together, you get this. As opposed to let me know what you think in the comments, whether it's brass 1 and 2 or whether he programmed it himself. Let's listen to it in the mix.